Imagine being told that tomorrow you're getting married. You're not 18, you're not even a teenager, you're a child. You don't understand what marriage really means. You've barely had time to play, to grow, to figure out who you are. But none of that matters, because in medieval Arabia, your life was never really yours to begin with. Now, before we begin, let's be clear. This isn't about judging the past with modern standards. History is complicated. Different times, different norms, different survival pressures. But that doesn't mean life was easy, especially not for girls forced into adulthood far too soon. Today, we're stepping into the life of a child bride in medieval Arabia to understand what her world looked like, what she faced, and why, more often than not, it really, really sucked. Let's start with the most obvious thing. You don't get a childhood. While other kids might still be playing in the sand, chasing goats, or learning simple tasks, you're suddenly expected to become a wife. And wife doesn't just mean wearing nice clothes or attending ceremonies. It means responsibility, adult responsibility, cooking, cleaning, managing a household, serving your husband, and possibly his extended family too. There's no transition period, no growing into it. One day you're a child, the next day you're expected to act like a grown woman. And if you fail, you're not seen as too young, you're seen as inadequate. Here's another harsh reality. You likely had no say in the marriage. Marriages in medieval Arabia were often arranged, not based on love, but on alliances, tribal connections, or economic survival. Your father or guardian made the decision, and once it was made, that was it. It didn't matter if you were scared. It didn't matter if you didn't know the man. It didn't matter if you didn't want it. Your voice wasn't part of the equation. For many girls, their wedding day wasn't a celebration. It was the moment they realized their future had already been decided for them. Now let's talk about something even more uncomfortable, the age difference. In many cases, the husband wasn't another child. He was a grown man, someone with life experience, authority, and power. And you were expected to obey him completely. There's a massive imbalance here, not just in age, but in power. You don't have the knowledge, the confidence, or the support to challenge anything. And questioning your husband? That could bring serious consequences. So you learn quickly. Stay quiet. Follow instructions. Don't cause problems, because your safety depends on it. Now comes one of the most dangerous parts, pregnancy. As a child bride, you're expected to have children, often very soon after marriage. But your body isn't fully developed, and that makes pregnancy incredibly risky. Complications were common, medical care was limited, and survival? Not guaranteed. Even if you made it through childbirth, you were now responsible for raising a child while still being a child yourself. Think about that. You're trying to figure out your own life while being responsible for someone else's survival. Marriage didn't just change your responsibilities, it changed your entire world. You might be moved far from your family, separated from your friends, placed into a completely new environment. And now, your social circle? It's your husband's family, people you didn't choose. People who may judge you, control you, or expect obedience. If you struggle, there's no safe space to run back to, no support system, just pressure to adapt. And finally, your future becomes very small. Education? Rare. Personal dreams? Irrelevant. Independence? Almost non-existent. Your identity is reduced to roles: wife, mother, caretaker, and that's it. Your life path is set before you even understand what life is. So yeah, being a child bride in medieval Arabia, it wasn't just difficult. It meant losing your childhood, your voice, your choices, and in many cases, your safety. Again, history isn't black and white. These practices were shaped by survival, culture, and social structures of the time. But when we zoom in, when we look at it from the perspective of the girls themselves, we see something very human: fear, confusion, and a life that started too early. Understanding these stories doesn't just teach us about the past, it reminds us why things like consent, education, and childhood actually matter.